Happy Sabbath!
Happy Sabbath.
Welcome. John Lace is back. What happened in the last couple of Sabbaths?
Nothing. Life happens. It was not acceptable, so we had to do it again. Round 2.
Okay, so what's
The
on the
topic.
plate?
Okay. Topic are 3 things. Communication. Active listening.
Okay.
And then a Bible verse. So go ahead.
Okay, active listening.
Oh, you want to start there?
Okay, you go ahead. Do your talk about that topic.
Active listening? Is that what we're talking about
Yeah.
first? Okay. So, active listening is making a choice in your brain to listen to what the person is saying and not passively listening. In other words, when you're talking to me, but I have something I want to tell you, and I'm just kind of like thinking, I'm not actively listening because I'm thinking about when I can interject what I want to say. I need to actively listen to you so I can hear what you're saying so that I'm able to communicate well with you.
Communication.
Communication is very important for not just like relationships, like married relationships, but friendships, employer relationships. Even when you're at the store and someone's blocking what you're trying to pick up, being able to express and not assume that the person is going to know what you're saying, or just look at them and think that that's going to fix whatever problem you may be having.
So what you're saying that we have to listen to people. Sometimes we thinking about what we need to say. So remember that. So let's listen. And then we will get a chance to talk.
Exactly. You listen and then wait your turn. I think we've gotten into the society in general. I've gotten into the habit of interrupting each other easily. Like it's normal to just, oh well, mine is more important. I'm just gonna interrupt. Like not necessarily to say that you're thinking that, but when people do that, they're just blocking out. Someone needs to feel important too. Like if you are sitting there and have you ever gone on the phone and talked to somebody and all they care about is what they are talking about? They don't want to, they just talk about themselves the entire time.
Right.
And then the conversation is kind of done because they've gotten what they wanted to say.
And
then they don't really care what you're saying. That's not
Okay.
cool. That's not fun.
And Jesus, how he operates, he listen to the people, listen to what they have to say, and then he talks.
And we always talk about gospel
And
too.
they obey. Okay.
And then how else are you going to know what someone needs if you're not listening?
Right.
Sometimes people don't tell you what they need, but they do between words. If you're actively listening, you might hear it.
Yeah. Okay. So that's one topic.
Okay, that was the 2, really. Okay, the other one I wanted to talk about was the verse referring to if something makes you sin, cut it off.
Yeah. Chop off. Yeah. Pull out the eyes. And well, basically, that one is talking about if you're looking at something. When he said pluck out the eye, it's better to go into heaven with one eye and instead of going instead of going to hell with 2 good eyes. Basically, what the Lord is saying to us that if this thing is in your way, this thing is bothering you, plug it out. Plug it out. So he's not really telling you that you need to cut out your eyes or cut off your hands. If some people are stealing, you just need to get that out of the way. Stop it. It's, not so much cutting off your hands.
Although they did do that,
in some countries,
in some countries they still cut off people's thieves' hands.
Right. But basically that's what. Yeah. So if you have some friends and they're causing you to sin, you can cut them off, but not in the way of.
Well, yes.
hating them or so.
Right. I think if a certain group of people or if a person causes you to sin easily, whether it is that they lead you to temptation, whether it is that they make you say things that are not godly by their actions, or just place you in a situation where even your thoughts are wicked, those people should be removed from your circle for sure. And I think you should completely limit, if not cut off, that person from your life, because they don't have a heaven for you. You have to worry about yourself first before anyone else.
Yeah, but also there are people who are very strong with the Lord, and because they're so spiritual that the other person can change their ways just to be able to cover that area. Just like in Daniel stood up for Christ, stood up for what is right. He, they didn't invite him to the party, but he because he wanted to do right, he wanted to do God's will, they didn't invite him because he wasn't going to be a part of that situation. But they were able to call him, join the party when they needed help.
You talking about when they're writing on the wall?
The writing on the wall, Nebuchadnezzar, and then Daniel too. Daniel with the other part. But both of them, both stories, was with Daniel. And he had to interpret different things for them too. But the whole point is they're calling him. And if you live the life in such a way, your friends, your people who you don't want to keep company with. You're
saying they'll call on you?
They'll call on you.
If they need help.
Yeah, because they know what you stand for.
Right.
See, just like the story with Daniel. Yes, when we're going to talk about the people who are not nice to you, are not nice to us, how do we deal with them?
Okay, so you want to talk about this one, or you want to talk about it for the next one?
Next one.
Oh, okay. If you want to listen to or a topic on forgiveness and grace, hit the subscribe button, the bell notification, and give us a thumbs up. It will be up next week.
Yes. So I hope that you have been having a great week. We're still here in this area doing some work, and God is blessing, and He will continue to bless you as you stay faithful to the end. Stay faithful.
See you later.